Alright, so for our warm-up, you guys are going to help me out a little bit to get started. Let me see, let me pick somebody random. Nobody's at that desk. Alright, Alizea, on our first problem on our warm-up, what do we got to do to solve it?
What?
Divide by 2.
Yep, we got to divide by 2 on both sides. So I'm going to get x, I have greater than, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Hey, we're getting started, shush. Gabe, Kinsey, shush. We're getting started. Alright, so I divided by 2 on my first one, and on this one, Moses, is anything going to flip?
No.
Nope. Only when we divide by the negative is it going to flip. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make my little graph right here. I'm going to have 2, 3, 1. I'm going to make my circle. And Beto, am I going to fill in my circle?
No.
Because?
It's not underlined.
Yep, we don't have the or equal to. And Ivory, which way is my arrow going? To the right. You are correct. Alright. Alright. So let's look at our second one here. Negative 2 less than or equal to 1 plus y. And on this one, Adelia, what am I going to do first?
We are gonna, for the second one,
Yep.
we're gonna minus 1 on each side, and then you get negative 3, and you get the streets.
Yep. With minus 1, we get negative 3.
And then you do the graph, and you get negative 3 in the middle, and then you get 2
Right.
on the right, and then
Okay.
negative 4.
Alright, so let's back up a little bit though.
And then
You're not wrong.
then you
Back
do
up,
dark
Adelia.
circle,
Back up.
dark circle.
You're missing something first, Adelia. Alright, on this one, I get negative 3 less than or equal to y. Hey, what's your first strike already?
You're supposed to flip it around.
We're missing one thing. Ashlyn, you know what the thing we're missing is? Before we graph this? We gotta flip it. So I need to put my y first and then negative 3. Because I always want to start with my variable. So, when I flip this, don't forget, the thing in the middle flips. So I'm really going to have my thing going that way. Alright, Magi, I'm going to put my circle at negative 3. Am I going to fill in my circle?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Jace, which way is my arrow going?
It's good. Right.
It's going to the right.
Doesn't he get flipped though?
Oh,
Oh,
It
yeah,
is.
it's already
We already
flipped.
flipped it. Yep. Alright. So finish off your warm-up in Socrative if it's not done yet.
Is that one a double flip?
Nope. Because did you divide by a negative?
Even if it double flips, it still stays the same. So when I know it's a double flip, I just keep it the same.
Wait, so the only time it's gonna double flip is on divide?
When we have a divide and when it's like the y's on the right side or something. Yeah.
So, okay.
Well, we might get some double flips today.
Triple flip?
We might get some triple flips. Probably not today, but later.
Wow.
Who
Look at the flips.
No, it was double.
I don't want to do flips anymore.
I can just watch your YouTube video.
No, this is too good, man. You gotta be here for the real thing. Alright, so we are still solving inequalities today, but today they are getting a little tougher. So I'm gonna look at 9 plus 4t greater than 21. I'm gonna solve it and I'm gonna graph it. So when we solve these, it's gonna be like normal basically. And the only thing we need to watch out for is multiplying or dividing by a negative. Remember, if I multiply or divide by a negative, it flips. But other than that, it's basically like our last chapter. We're just solving almost an equation. So let me just write it a little bit bigger right here so I can put all our steps together. I have 9 plus 4t is greater than 21.
2012.
Hey, Ruben, what do you need, man?
I'm getting a piece of paper.
Gosh, Ruben, got it, Ruben can sit. So, if I'm going through on this, I have 9 plus 4t is greater than 21. We're going to solve it by doing our PIMDOS backwards and all that kind of stuff. So, Lillian, what's my first step?
Subtract 9.
We're going to minus 9 plus 5. Yep. Remember, it's PIMDOS backwards.
What I thought?
It's just like solving equations. So, PIMDOS backwards. We're going to get rid of our add, subtract stuff first. That is a positive 9. So I'm going to get rid of it by minusing 9 on both sides. And I get 4t is greater than 21 minus 9 is 12. Alright, let's keep going. Kinsey, what am I going to do next to solve?
Divide by 4.
We're going to divide by 4 both sides. I'm going to get t is greater than
When I have
12.
the arrow that way, you
What?
can.
T is greater than 12.
What?
What? I thought it was.
4?
Oh, no, wait, 3.
Oh my god.
What's up, Mr. Golsey?
Come on
now.
Ace, you sass me.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, I'm joking. I actually
To
divide
the
by 4.
road and look.
We get 3. That was my bad. That was a nice catch.
Oh,
Go to that road.
Alright, there we go. So, when I graph this, you guys have done these for a few days now, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on my graphs. I got 3 in the middle.
I forgot to do something.
I got 2 and 4 here. I'm going to circle my 3. And which way is my arrow going, Gabe?
Right.
Right.
Thanks, all 3 Gabe. Answer.
Oh, thank you.
Hard. That would have been.
Oh, you're welcome.
We gotta grab this.
No, it would have been. Yeah, it looked good and I changed it. That would have been bad.
So, this is basically what we're doing today. We are just going through and solving inequalities. Moses, put it away.
Oh, Mr. Coffee, Mr. Coffee.
We're doing our lesson. But they're going to get a little bit tougher. We're going to get into some tougher inequalities. So, let's look at this one on the board. I have 3 parentheses, t minus 1. Then outside of that, I got minus 4t, and it's greater than or equal to negative 5. So, your turn. Ruben, what do we do first?
You distribute it.
Yep, we're going to distribute right here. So what do I get after I distribute, Ruben?
3t.
Yep.
Plus 3.
Plus 3. And I still have a minus 4t. I have greater than or equal to negative 5. And then I'm going to have to keep going and solve this. And this one's going to be a little bit tougher. Yes, that's our next step. Thank you, guy.
Welcome.
Alright, so I've got a couple t's right here. So I'm going to have to combine these 2 t's for my like term. We're going to combine like term. Because they're on the same side here. So I have 3t minus 4t. Remember, when they are on the same side, we just do whatever we see. So 3 minus 4 is negative 1. I have negative 1t. I still have plus 3. It's still greater than or equal to negative 5.
Now.
Alright, let's keep going through to solve it. Luis, what am I doing next?
Huh?
What? What?
What?
You're so quiet. What am I going to do next to solve for t right here?
I'm just gonna say take away the 3.
Yep, we're going to get rid of the 3. We're going to minus 3 on both sides. So let's minus 3, minus 3. I have negative 1t greater than or equal to negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. Alright, we got to keep going. I guess we're back. Alizea, what are we doing next? Back around again already.
Divide negative 1.
Yep, we're going to divide by negative 1. I'm going to get t. I'm going to get a positive 8. And Moses, what else do I need to do in here?
Isn't it negative? 8. What happens to the negative?
What's negative 8 divided by negative 1?
Oh, you flip it.
Yeah, we flip it, because we divided by the negative. We gotta flip it. So, instead of my greater than, it flips around to be my less than. T is less than or equal to 8. And I have to actually graph it. Where'd my mouse go? Get back here. Alright, I got an 8. It's gonna be in the middle. I'm gonna have 9, 7. I'm going to put my circle at 8, and I'm going to fill it in because of the or equal to. Magi, since you're sassing me, which way is my arrow going to go?
It's gonna go left.
It's going to go left.
No, right.
It's going to go left, Jace. Just because you caught that mistake once, doesn't mean it's all wrong.
Easy now.
Alright, so my arrow's going left. Not bad, not bad.
These columns
All right.
are getting bigger.
First in-class problem. I want you to solve and graph this one in the box.
Yes, sir.
So on your own, solve it, graph it, then check with your partner or somebody said by you.
We're trying to make Mr. Goki flinch when he's looking away. What? I'm not. What did you say about Goki, Jace? He's called spaz? No. Hey. I'll let this one slide, Jace.
Run.
Wait, take a calculator though for your whole best. So check with your partner after you get an answer. See if it's the same. I'm gonna pick somebody to do it on the board for us, like actually on the board, so we can judge your handwriting.
I have good handwriting.
You do. It's weird. Normally freshmen are terrible at using the little tablet thing.
I think I do it pretty good.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah,
I know it's weird. He took away.
You okay back there, Ashlyn?
You okay back there, sir?
Why are you mom?
Did you make
I got this. Don't you worry. Do your work.
Alright, let's get Mr. Gallagher, sorry.
I'm just coming up with something good. You'd be like, I want you to fail me.
He's making his plans to blow up the Death Star. Jesus, Cookie, no. Okay, there, choke it. That was before you in the butt. So was that little? What's your name? Can you tell me if you understand? I said shoot you in the butt. You were Darth Vader and you were gonna force something.
Means I don't force choke him.
I ain't gonna choke him. Jay, sorry. People that start that they respond to Clone Wars.
I'll give you about another minute. Work on this problem, then somebody's gonna do it on the board. Do it on your own, then check with your partner.
Did you get this?
How do you spell identity?
Well, mine's right.
Oh,
What? What did you say?
What is 9 divided by 3?
I closed 3. I remember our neighbors too. They're trying to cross the road.
SORIDIDY.
All right, we're gonna pick somebody random to do this on the board. Oh, guess who it is, Ruben?
Hold it. I don't know.
It's rough, man. I guess we wing it. All right, Ruben's doing this on the board for us.
Yeah!
Quiet. Watch. See how he does.
Billy, do you have a no veins policy?
+1.
I have
All right, so Ruben is gonna -3 on both sides. Looks good so far.
Shut up, kid.
So we got 3 in. We still have -1.
Sorry, I'm not first. Okay, I think I did it wrong.
Well, let's find out.
Looks like a 100.
So Ruben -3 on both sides, and then after that he is going to.
Wait.
Why do you put 178?
Sorry.
That's a 1 greater than 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
It's hard to. I'm
Oh,
always bad at making my inequalities. So he gets 3 in.
I didn't say anything. That's anything.
Is keep going. Greater than
Because you're like,
9.
Hey,
Turn around. Gosh.
okay.
Babe. Gosh, turn around.
What's happening?
Face the board. Get your chair right. Oh, you fucking nerd. Hey, nerd.
Be a nerd.
Alright, so he added 1 to both sides and he got 9, and then he divided by 3, and he's going to get in is greater than 3. Alright, just need to graph it now. Graph it. Graph it.
I want to grab it.
Yes, Ruben's got this. He's got it finished off. If he doesn't graph it, it's nothing. It's all for nothing.
I didn't get it wrong.
I'll do this one big way.
I just did it a different way. I did it a different way.
But
You got it wrong.
there you go. Get some numbers.
I know. I was just doing that first.
Alright, pretty good.
I'm not gonna fill it in now.
No, I did the line and then.
No, it's not. There's no line in there.
Alright, nice job, Ruben. See, you had this. You had this the whole time.
Oh, you did a real.
Because he fixed me that last second.
Alright, so next ones we're going to look at are a little bit different. These next ones are a little bit different.
Really?
So, we're gonna go through and solve this, and it's gonna be kind of a weird answer.
I watched it with my brother.
Let's see. Alright, so Gabe, help me out. What am I gonna do first if I'm gonna solve for this?
Multiply the 2 times 5.
Yeah, what's that called?
I swear they already
Thanks,
did this
Gabe and
one.
Friends.
Game.
Like a TV
That sounds
show.
like, yeah. Is that,
Alright, so we're gonna distribute this to, we're gonna get 10 minus
Hey,
8, no, not 8, 8, 28.
what?
did we do this one?
Yeah.
Isn't this like
What do we fill in there?
Negative.
Negative.
I was writing
Hey,
down.
go back.
10 minus, sorry, I'm getting thrown off. Minus
Isn't this
8A.
Infinite.
Identity.
I still have 10 minus 8A still. Just do it step by step. Shush. Alright, so,
They're both the same.
these are both exactly the same, right? So let's just do one more step real quick.
Why are you asking?
I like that you remember this, but you're talking and I don't like that part. Okay, what am I gonna do next, kids? Real quick, if I'm gonna solve this.
You were gonna do combine like terms.
We'll put them all on the same side, right?
Yeah.
So how do I do that?
You plus 8.
We're gonna plus
What the-
8A
What the?
plus 8A. Okay, what happens with the minus 8A plus 8A?
It gets
Cancels
crossed
out.
out.
They're gone, right? So I get 10 is greater than or equal to, same thing, right?
Yes.
Is 10 greater than or equal to 10? Is that
Equal.
true?
Yeah.
That is true, right? So when we do inequalities, because this is true, identity was the last chapter, which I really like that you guys remember that. But when we look at inequalities, my answer is
Is it true or
all
false?
real numbers. So whenever you get something's true, when your variable disappears and you get a true statement, because 10 is equal to 10, which makes this true, my answer is all real numbers. And because I'm kind of lazy, I usually abbreviate it as
T.
ARN.
Arn. I thought
ARN.
Arn.
You sound like a pirate.
Not the R good.
I don't know about all that.
Remember pirate. ARN.
So that's what we do if we get a problem like that?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
So my variables went away, right? And I got this true part. So when we get an all real numbers, we don't graph it because there's no way to graph this really. So I'll say it one more time because I don't think you guys heard me. Whenever you get all real numbers, you don't graph it.
Don't graph it.
You just write ARN or all real numbers.
I was about to erase it.
You don't have to write true. So you don't graph it.
What?
Don't graph.
So you don't write true?
Hey, you.
You don't need to write
Tell
true.
no one about
If you say all real numbers, we know it's true.
Okay.
I just did it to show that it's
What if
true.
we put ARN but without the dots? But you still can write.
Yeah.
Still Arn.
We don't
I mean,
graph
it's an
them?
abbreviation, so it's a little weird.
Whenever you say that, I just picture like a bulldog growling.
What?
You think old
Good
dogs
gist.
grab like iron?
Yeah.
Good gist.
What did you hear that? He's like,
Alright, so we're gonna have one more special one. So let's look at this one here.
Oh
So
my
on
gosh.
this one, I don't even remember where we at. So I read. On this one, I'm gonna solve it. What's the first thing I should do?
ooh, glasses.
I got
It's gonna be the same one.
combine
So.
like that.
Okay, what am I combining?
7M and M.
Yep. So 7M and
Oh,
minus
no, it sounds
M.
like the ones I had.
Oh, okay.
So I go 7M minus, what number is in front right here? Lillian, even though I'm not writing it. What number's right there? Even though I'm writing. What?
Oh,
One.
Why do when I call on you, you get quiet? When I don't call on you, you're loud.
Yeah, you're loud.
Alright, I combine them. 7M minus 1M is 6M.
That's what I thought.
I have plus 7. I have 6M minus 5 still. And I got this greater than in the middle. Alright, what am I gonna do next? Moses.
There's one answer.
You combine like terms.
The variables are the same.
Yeah, well, when they're on opposite sides, they're not really combining like terms. but-
Oh, I mean, well,
Wait, so that's 6
Pretty much. well, you can't have a variable on one side if there is no more variable.
I have no idea what you just said, but sure. Alright, so we're gonna minus 6M on both sides. It's kind of combined like terms. And I get a negative 5 is greater than 7. And I'm gonna put my little line here so I know it's a 7.
False.
Yeah, so I was about to say, but
False.
Alright,
tripping me
See, I
out.
told
this
you
is
that
false,
was-
right?
No solution. Very false. Dude,
It
false.
is no solution.
So you
Yeah,
pretty much
so-
just have to do the first step to know this
No
one.
solution. So whenever we get rid of our variables and we get something that is false, we say no solution. And just like before, because I'm lazy, I usually abbreviate it as NS for no solution.
I don't know.
Now, what's this one gonna sound like?
It's their phone vibrating.
You could remix it. Somebody could say Arn. Somebody else could go Moose.
Arn.
He's there, Loki.
I'm out.
You guys are weird. It's totally not me. It's all you guys. All right, let's do one like this. Let's do part A. I want you to do part A on your own. Maybe. Let's see. All right, do part A as your next in-class problem. And remember, if it's all real numbers or no solution, you don't graph it. You just write it down. You just write all real numbers or no solution.
Or what?
So do it on your own paper. I'm gonna pick somebody else to do it on the board for us.
Major's name is Michelle. You did not come out of Michelle.
That's it.
No, you did not.
Uh-huh.
For right now, we'll see how people do.
You didn't come out of
Go ahead,
Michelle.
ask him right now.
No.
We have the same mom.
No, you guys don't.
I don't really want to know either way.
No, you guys don't.
Yes, we do.
It's just not.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not my mom.
Freaking.
Not my mom.
That's not his real mom.
No.
Jay?
Yeah, me and him are the same mom.
No. You need to have the same mom.
He's trying to say Michelle mom. No, she didn't.
His dad's just
Yeah, we have different dads.
Stepmom.
Jay's his stepmom.
No.
Jay is my dad's wife.
Yeah.
And me and his dad have the same mom.
But you know Jay's your stepmom. Like that girl, that's your mom. That lives in the brick house.
That's not my real mom. That's not my real mom.
He just thinks it's his grandma.
All right.
Yeah.
That's your real mom.
No, it's not. It's not. Ask him.
All right, Ivory's doing this on the board for us, so check your answer with Ivory.
Yes, I
Like
agree.
whatever I got from my dad.
All right,
So
so she's
you're
got a
saying
-5 in on
Michelle
both
and
sides.
Lindsay had sex.
She gets 9 is less
And you
than or
came out of
equal to
Michelle.
-1.
You said that
and
loud.
That is
Is that what you're saying?
I can already tell there's no solution.
no solution.
You know why? Because all you guys do is look at
That's an M, but I'm gonna M.
Good enough.
the same two variables.
Wait, so all you like?
All right. So you guys did pretty good on this. A little chatty today. All right, we're gonna skip part B. Go straight into your exit ticket.
I just did part B.
Oh, good. You got extra practice.
Everybody get your
Okay.
No, extra practice.
Hello.
All right.
Everybody get your
So start on your exit ticket. I will turn on Socrative shortly. After you finish your exit ticket, you may listen to music as long as you have headphones.
So we just write no solution or all real numbers?
If that's what they are.
And tonight's homework, can I just put like no solution or something?
No.
If that's what it is, yes.
Instead of doing the work.
Well, yeah, if it's one of those problems. But if you don't do work and you're wrong, you lose all your points.
Well, you pretty much have to do the first
Right,
step to find out if it's identity or no solution.
When I go to this
But nobody answers.